Well, good morning, YouTube, and Happy New Year. I'm up here on the Sulphur River, and you've heard me complain ever since last summer about the lack of rain. I am complaining no more. We had about 5 inches of rain. The river came up 30 feet at the graph, and as you can see behind me, the main river channel is still really high. I'm actually about to go check a couple of my favorite feeder creeks and see if there's any gravel showing. I'd sure like to get a find to start off the new year on this New Year's Day, so I'll be rejoining you and we'll just see how things go. So enjoy the adventure. All right, here we are. This is absolutely one of my favorite creeks in the whole Sulphur Basin. I've taken y'all down here with me a couple of times before. Matter of fact, my most watched episode ever was filmed down here last March. I have found so many good fossils and so many nice points in this creek. Problem is, it's a pretty well-known spot. It's hard to be here first, but we are here first today. Water is still a little high, but as you can see, there's some gravel to look at, so we will just see how we do. First gravel bar right by the bridge. I've been in here for maybe 15 minutes, and I have my first point of 2021. Let's see. Look at that little guy. That is a very respectable first find for the year. I will take it. Huzzah! I'm on the books. Been a slow morning for fossils so far, but here is my first mosasaur vertebrae of the day. It's pretty eroded. It'll go in my junk box, but it's mosasaur bone. Okay, it's been kind of a slim morning, but I just got another point. I think this one has a little tip damage. It's like a great big old Gary. Oh yeah, shame about the tip. I'll take it though. Yeah, Mr. Crawdad's feeling pretty sluggish this morning. It's a little bit colder than he's comfortable with. It's like he wants to pinch me, but he just barely has the energy. All right, well, the second creek was a good bit more productive than the first. I got one nice Gary with a little tip nick. Little first point of the year, I think, is an Ellis, a little flake knife. I didn't film it because I didn't realize what it was until I picked it up and saw the edge work on it. And not a lot fossil-wise. One piece of nice, I think it's fish bone probably, that looks fresh washed out. A little sliver there, the mosasaur vertebrae I filmed. Big old chunk of nicely mineralized bone. It's just a huge chunk of coprolite. It's got one big shell in it. And then this over here is a piece of coal. We get a little bit of that in here in the river every now and then. It's not real common. And you can tell it's coal because it actually washed out to sea and has little seashells embedded in it. All right, well, I'm going to swing by the fossil park and see if there's any gravel showing and if there's any rookies in need of mentoring. Other than that, I'm signing off for now. All right, guys, well, this is the famous Ladonia Fossil Park behind me. I used to hunt at this bridge all the time, but since they put the park in, and especially since the Facebook page just blew up during the pandemic, there's frequently 20 or 30 cars here every weekend, so I generally hunt elsewhere. However, the river just turned over and there's only 2 cars here, so I'm going to take a quick peek before I head home and just see if I can maybe find a decent piece of bone before I head out. That's the one thing I was a little short on today. Huge ammonite imprint in that slab of shale. Way too big to get out of here, but still kind of neat to look at. That won't last long. When that shale dries out, it will flake away right away. Okay, back in the car after a quick stop at the fossil park. That current was no joke. I waded across it back and forth, but it was swift. Found one pretty good little coprolite mosasaur poo. And what else did I come out with? Not much, really. Met a very nice lady from the Dallas Paleo group. Yeah, one little eroded bit of mosasaur bone there. And a little knuckle bone from a deer or something like that. Anyway, that was the tale of the day. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Happy New Year. First hunt of the year. I'm on the books. Got a nice point for the day, so I'm happy. Now, I'm going to warm up and eat something. So I'll see you guys next time. Hey, good morning, YouTube. It is January 2nd, the very next day. I don't do back-to-back river days very often, but we don't get 30-foot rises very often. So we're going to hit it. It's amazing. The river's dropped about 2.5 feet since yesterday. There's a lot of gravel showing, and believe it or not, there was nobody at the bridge this morning. So we're going to have it all to ourselves. I can't wait to see what we find. Come along and join us. All right. Oh my gosh, we are the first ones in here. 15-foot rise, perfect gravel. My friend Dave White, my son-in-law Joseph, who is exploring the bank with his buttocks. Oh, we're going to have such an awesome day. I am just stoked. That appears to be near the front of the mosasaur jaw. All right, Joseph has found his first ever arrowhead, he's pretty sure. And apparently it's one that David and I walked over.
That tip is right down.
Yeah, it sure is. Oh, and you know what, dude? That is an impact fracture. See how it comes back from the tip? That actually broke when it hit something. Yeah. Well, congratulations on your first point. Woo! All right, I just spotted my first artifact of the day. I don't think it's a complete point. It looks like a preform or a scraper. But there's some pretty flint at least. Well, apparently this gravel bar is the preform bar. I see another one down there, nestled in the shadow of this rock right here. David, why don't you grab it there? It's not just a preform, it's a busted ugly preform. All right, well, I just got my best mosasaur vertebrae so far.
Oh, that is a good one.
Oh yeah. That one has not been in the river too long. Still got most of the original texture. Nice, I'll take it. Huh. I don't know if that's vertebrae or not. That's weird that it's pointed like that. That is a very cool find. I just got my first point of the day, and it looks like a little doozy. Yeah, I will take that sucker. Nice. Oh, man, that would have been lovely if it had the base on it. Still a very finely worked tip.
Oh, it's a snap-based Gary. Those are really rare, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, this little guy, I didn't even realize it was a point till I'd flipped it out. It was nestled next to that big rock down there. It's rough, but it's a whole point. Okay, coming down the bank here, I just found this massive piece of bone that I think is mammoth. And I've got what I think is either a broken tip or a preform. Yeah, broken off tip in the shadow of the rock there. Oh
my God, it's a
that is my best Sampatrice ever.
God.
Oh my gosh, what a paleo. What a way to begin the new year. Woo! Well, it's been a bit of a vigorous hike today. Really, numbers-wise, I was a bit disappointed. I wound up with 3 points. And Dave and Joseph got 1 each. We have more competition than I thought we would. We hiked a good ways down from the bridge and then started slow walking our way back up. We have 4 people pass us coming down from the bridge, you know, having already hunted where we were. And I know we missed, or they got, we didn't miss because they were hunting in front of us. 1 super huge Tylosaurus tooth, 1 nice Gary point, and 3 or 4 vertebrae. But pulling that Sampatrice at the end of the day, I think I won. Okay, I didn't get any video while we were down when we came out of the river because I accidentally left my camera on and filmed 25 minutes of the inside of my pocket, which burned up all my battery. But now that we're back home, okay, here are the day's finds. There's 3 nice pieces of baculite. Artifact-wise, a couple of preforms, little side notch point, little Gary point, stellar Sampatrice. I'm still just so stoked over that. Those are hard to come by in this neck of the woods. My son-in-law Joseph got his first ever point. Little Gary with a neat impact fracture at the tip. Pretty piece of flint, large mosasaur vertebrae. And then bone-wise, a lot of coprolite. I mean, that's just a massive pile of poo there. A lot of small pieces of bone, eroded mosasaur vertebrae. 1 pretty good mosasaur vertebrae right here. This massive chunk, I'm pretty sure, is mammoth, and this piece is a mystery to me. It is bone, obviously. It's too heavy and too dark, I think, to be modern, but it's almost too mineralized for Cretaceous. I have no idea what it is, but it's very cool. So I hate that we had the competition we did. I think we'd have done a little better if we hadn't had 4 sets of tracks that had covered some of the ground ahead of us, but it was still a darn good day. And like I said, that right there, oh, that totally makes up for it. It's always fun having you guys come along on my adventures. Lots of new videos coming up in the new year and some exciting literary news. I have a new novel that's just been picked up for publication. I'll be passing on information to you as I find out more on the release date and all of that. It's just going to be a great year. Let's be honest, it wouldn't have to be that great to beat the last one. So happy 2021 to everybody, and just be careful out there.